Hello beautiful people, welcome to the channel. The Witchy Goth here, hope you're doing well. Today's video, another one of my Am I the Asshole videos. Another one from Reddit. Am I the asshole for snapping at my daughter's therapist when she tried to blame her trauma on me? I, 43 female, have a 22-year-old daughter. All my daughter's life, she struggled with mental health issues. She has ADHD, bipolar and borderline personality disorder. If I'm being honest, I never really understood a lot of my daughter's disorders. I've always just approached mental illness as something you just bury deep down. As a single mother, I've tried to do my best, but I know I'm not perfect. She's far from perfect. She's never tried to understand her daughter's mental illnesses. If she had, her daughter may not need as much therapy as she currently has, or maybe not even need therapy at all. Well, recently my daughter asked if I'd go to one of her therapy sessions with her. I only agreed because she seemed super excited about it. When we got there, her therapist first asked me about how I was raised to think about mental health. I said I wasn't raised to think about mental health at all. She then said she guessed that. I am going to put a big doubt through that because a therapist generally wouldn't say something like that. It's very unprofessional. So, yeah, the mother could be just inserting words there or, you know, taking her own meaning of something that the therapist said. It seemed kind of snarky, but I ignored it. She then asked about my family's history of addiction and mental issues. I denied any, and she then started to list all the things my daughter told her and asked if they were a lie. They weren't a lie, but I never saw any of these things as big issues. Well, clearly they are. You know, she asked about her family's history of addiction and mental health issues. And she said there weren't any, but there were. Why would this woman just outright lie? She then began to explain to me that borderline personality disorder is a trauma response. She explained it can be caused by many things, but me invalidating her emotions so much was like I was invalidating my own had a part to play in it. She then tried to tell me ways I could cope with my trauma that could help my daughter through hers. After listening to her spew absolute garbage for 30 minutes, I finally got up and told her she was an effing quack and didn't know what she was talking about. I stormed out and left. This is a person who does not like their problems being pointed out to them, their failings being pointed out to them, doesn't want to face up to the actual reality of a situation. My daughter called me crying an hour later and I told her she needed to get an actual therapist instead of that bitch. I wasn't upset with my daughter, but I did feel like she kind of threw me to the wolves. After cooling down though, I think maybe I could have handled that wrong, but I'm not sure. Am I the asshole? Yes, you're the asshole. Definitely the asshole. She's your daughter. It's her mental health. You should want to help your daughter heal. You say that she struggled all her life with mental health issues and that she's got ADHD, bipolar and borderline personality disorder. I have 2 of those, and they are horrendous mental health issues to deal with. They can cause so much upset in your life and they make living life normally impossible. Absolutely impossible. There's no way a person with bipolar and borderline personality disorder can ever live a normal life. Even with years of therapy, there will be things that she will need to do to put in place to make sure that she stays healthy. And there will always be that tendency to want to slip backwards to those old habits. She could have at any stage tried to understand her daughter's mental health issues, but she didn't. She didn't. And the fact that she decided to go with her daughter to the therapy session was actually quite a big breakthrough, but she was not ready to hear the truth. She was not ready to hear that she is partly to blame. As is so often the case in these kind of mental illnesses, often people with borderline personality disorder and bipolar disorder, schizoaffective disorder, and those kind of mental health issues are often from abusive families or have had a parent who has mistreated them in some way. Their background will be such that they, as a child, the sufferer was shown that their parent acted this way, so they believe that they can also act that way, but they're also being told that they can't at the same time. And she mentions this history of addiction and mental health issues that she just brushed aside and thought that they were not in the slightest bit valid to what her daughter was going through. Yet bipolar disorder is so often passed through genes. So it's about learned behavior, but as well as, behavior that comes through our genetics. So yeah, the mother is an a-hole, and I hope that the daughter is able to continue going to her therapy, to rise above this horrendous behavior from her mother and realize that she is strong and she can do this and she can get through it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you've enjoyed the video, please click the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Hope to speak to you next time. Blessed be.